Hello, Bunkmates. So, I recently watched the movie Miracle Run, which is also known as Unexpected Journey, and it's an interesting story regarding autism. In this story, you have a single mother dealing with her twin autistic sons, and it's based on a true story as well, so that's pretty nice. This movie mainly focuses on the mother as she struggles with raising her sons. And like there's a lot of scenes where you see people have their reactions towards her sons being autistic. For example, her boyfriend breaks up with her because he doesn't want to deal with kids that have autism. She struggles with getting babysitters for the exact same reason. And there's even more where the school board thinks that her sons are being abused because of their outbursts that they have. There's a lot more other reasons that I could go on about, but I think you get the point here that I'm trying to make. One of the things this mother does is that which I suppose I should give her a name. But I don't remember off the top of my head. So there's that. But she does her research regarding autism. She doesn't just go, okay, my kids are autistic and like gives up or even institutionalizes them. In fact, she very much wants to give them a sense of a normal life. This includes having them be a part of a normal or a regular classroom, as the film describes it as like she even has to threaten the school board with taking them to the Supreme Court to even get the board to drop them in a special ed classroom. In fact, this causes the state to send a teacher to get them up to speed so that they can be in a regular classroom like the mom wants.
You're not taking my boys, Mr. Cosgrove.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean it that way. I'm a special education teacher. I'm here to work with you boys to prepare them for a regular classroom.
Who sent you?
I work for the state. I guess the school district found your lawyer's letter persuasive. Look, I'm going to work with you boys, and depending on their level of functionality, teach them to speak, and eventually read and write.
To speak?
I understand they have a great set of lungs.
And this gets to the important part about the portrayal of autism in movies and how these kids are portrayed. The boys are shown to panic for loud noises.
Oh no, it's okay, Mommy's here, listen. Hey, okay, Mommy's here. It's okay. Listen.
Another common form of portrayal of even those of other disabilities like deafness is where they're not able to speak full words. There is one kid that can repeat, or as they refer to, mimic, but that's about it. At the start of the film, they are not able to really speak. Now, I want to make this absolutely clear. This isn't the case for all autistics. Just keep in mind that this is a spectrum and that not all autistics are alike. This movie also shows that both twins grow into different people. They're not copies of each other, which is cool. I feel like a lot of times for twins, they don't really show that more often than not. I'm thinking of instances like, Harry Potter with Fred and George, they're not, they're identical. That's the same case with, and sometimes they'll just show a semblance too, like the Stoll brothers aren't even twins and they still give off that vibe, Like, that I mean, it's not like that's a common trope of twins either. Or you have, I can think of quite a few different shows as well, like Liv and Maddie or um, Young Sheldon, where the twins have completely different personalities and whatnot. So yeah, it's not that uncommon. Yeah, so one of the kids, Stefan, is a runner, while the other, Philip, is musically talented and a mental genius, as he keeps joining various different clubs like chess and astrology, which I also guess I should mention that Philip is another example of the autistic savant trope, which I will get in a different video essay involving the Big Bang Theory, and also when I talk about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Those will be delved deeper into a future thing. But yeah, the film specifically calls him a savant. Which, yeah, the autistic savant is always an interesting trope being used in media. It's oddly enough like one of the most common in trope. As a result, I kind of have like mixed feelings about that trope, whatnot. But and its use, but it feels kind of wrong since this is based on a real life person to like say, oh, this is a trope being used in the film, because it's hard to know like how much liberties regarding Philip are they taking, and with him being an autistic savant. The movie skips a couple of times, and so there one of them is the beginnings of the start of elementary school to, and then of course it jumps to them starting high school when Carrie, that's the mother's name, and then to when Carrie has created the Miracle Run Foundation for Autism, which is really cool. So we get to witness various different experiences instead of it just being one point in their life, which I think is really cool as well. Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the Miracle Run Foundation for Autism, since this is the story of Carrie's two kids and what inspired her to create this foundation. So the goal of this is to raise awareness of autism, raise funds to help individuals and their family. I really love the speech that Stefan gives in the film.
My name is Stephen, and my brother Philip and I are autistic. I am 15 years old, and I have overcome many obstacles. My mother was told we would be in an institution for life, but she refused to accept this. In the past, I have had no friends. I didn't know exactly how to make any friends. I was very lonely. If it wasn't for the love of my mother, my brother and I would not be here tonight.
Because it really does go to show how things were in 2014 and like earlier. And sadly, it's not getting much better. Sure, we're not institutionalizing people now, but that doesn't mean that they still aren't being ostracized from society. It's a shame that people will always look down on people who are different from them. We really need to learn to accept that people are different from us, and to just live with that. I've had the view for a while now that as long as you aren't harming yourself or others, then I'm perfectly fine with letting you live your life, even if we might have completely different ways of living. That's not even to mention the fact that it's hard for, families with and individuals with autism to live like they can in the US, as the government doesn't really help them. At this point when I'm making the video, they basically declared war on autism, which is just bad. So, in conclusion, The Unexpected Journey is a great movie that you should watch. And if you haven't gone over your high school musical Zac Efron crush, you'll get to see him once again. And then I'd also recommend checking out the book Miracle Run, watching my autistic sons grow up and take their first steps into adulthood if you want to learn more about the story. Right, and the next time, if you want to donate to charity, consider donating to the Miracle Run Foundation for Autism. Bye!